I was going to say the wonder it returns. You beat me to it.
Beat you to it.
Yeah.
In the last episode, we left you as Carol returned from a walk at Cap Gris-Nez in France. One of the most awkward things that can happen to you as a filmmaker is you forget to turn the microphones on, as I've done here. Now, when this happens, the easiest thing to do is just ditch the clips, but you might not be able to do that if they're important to the story. So what can you do when this happens? Well, if you spend a little bit of time culling sound from some of your clips into a sound library, then you can replace the sound if needed. Let's start with the sound of the car. Now we're at the beach, so we need a bit of sea. That water still looks cold to me. There's a restaurant here, but it doesn't look as if it's open. Now, you can never get back the conversation you might have been having, but you can recreate it if you know what you were saying. Do you know what this place is?
I think it's Hameau du Gris-Nez.
Gris-Nez. Would you fancy living here then?
It's very quiet.
There's hardly anybody about, is there?
No.
I don't know if we can actually get through here, so we'll just have to wait and see. So that was done after the event, and it was very similar to the conversation we were having at the time that we failed to catch. Here's that bloke with his boat again, and I think he's going through a no entry, if I'm right. Yep, that's the French way. Now I'm getting peckish, and tonight I fancy a kebab if we can find one. We must be able to do so because there's plenty of little coastal towns here. If you have a look at Pocket Earth, see if there's any kebab shops.
Yeah, according to the map, there's a bigger village up ahead called Wissant. We could try for something to eat there.
Sometimes we like to take the smallest roads that we can find. So we're threading our way through the countryside on our way to Wissant now. And when we came upon this little fellow, I gotcha. Staring at it, aren't you? Can't work us out. It's gone back to munching. It's licking it. It's not a good shot because it's so wobbly handheld.
Yeah.
We see a big hair.
Yeah. And he's camouflaged against the field.
Yeah.
Stopped up there. Oh, he's off again. Into the bushes.
We got him a bit.
Yeah.
We're on a single track road and this thing's barrelling down towards us. Let's see if he can get past us. It's quite a busy road, isn't it?
Oh,
such a tiny track.
Yeah, I wonder if it's because that road was closed.
Could be.
This way.
Just my luck. He wanted to turn in exactly where I was parked.
Push me out to sea, baby. It's the best thing for us both. I'll be happy out there, baby. Fish below and stars above.
This is the centre of the small town of Wissant, and we can't see anywhere to eat other than this hotel at the moment. There's a place on the left here, but it's actually closed.
There's nothing left for you to do. We did our best with our love, baby, but it brought us down so low. And you'll be happier without me. Now we're up on your beach one morning, strange shell lying on the shore. You put me to your ear and I'll whisper, what today I just can't say.
just been driving round and round the little seaside town of Wissant,
Yeah.
looking for somewhere to eat. Nowhere seems to be open. Tried to find friterie,
Yeah, they're all shut, aren't they?
and they all seem to be shut. It's a Tuesday
And it's June.
in June. It's a lovely evening, and there's quite a few people kite surfing, isn't there,
Yeah.
in the sea, but
Well, obviously nobody's buying from the
nobody's
friterie.
buying from the little takeaways or the restaurants and cafes. They all seem to be shut. So now we're heading into Calais, which we're hoping will be a bit more vibrant.
Lovely.
Yeah, we're going to take the coast road, so hopefully it'll be nice and scenic.
Okay, why are we going so slow? Little white car?
Maybe that's as fast as he can go.
Yeah, maybe. I'll overtake him once we're around this bend.
What type of car is that?
I don't know really. Yeah, it is. It's like a mirror image of
I was
Beachy Head,
just
isn't
going to
it?
say it's a mirror image
Yeah.
of we're this side of the channel, and Beachy Head will be the other side. Same white chalk cliffs,
Yeah.
same undulating landscape. They've got a little tower on the top. We've got the Beltoon Lighthouse.
Wow, this weather is absolutely perfect. We're very lucky to be able to do this. But having said that, I had some very difficult experiences in the 30 years that I earned my pension. We'll see more of that guy later. According to Google Maps, our kebab shop is just up here. Is it closed? That's great, isn't it? It says open on bloody Google and we've driven all this way.
Doesn't look like it's been open in years.
Oh my goodness me. I think this is quite a big problem with Google. Premises stop trading, but live on forever on Google. Luckily, there was another one nearby. Thanks for getting these, Bunny. So it was a kebab shop run by women.
Yep.
What did you go for?
Thank you. Folded wrap kebab grilled.
They're so much better than the pita bread, aren't they? There's nothing really else quite like a tasty kebab.
So we've got burger sauce
Gorgeous.
and kebab.
Yummy. Now, I did consider staying here the night, but we don't know this area. We've no idea what it might be like when it starts to get dark. So we decided to find somewhere else. According to Park for Night, there's a place fairly nearby, so we're going to head off there now, and we'll catch you all in the morning. Hair wash day. Does that feel nice?
Yeah.
Boys are lucky. All I have to do with my hair is wipe it with a hot flannel. Nice little croissant and jam after washing your hair.
I can't decide if they're better than the raisin Danish. I think I like them just as well.
I actually prefer the croissant now. I think we were doing it all wrong. I think they're much nicer just cold,
Yeah.
especially with butter and a bit of
Lashings
jam.
of butter
Yeah,
and strawberry jam.
delish. So no problem doing your hair this morning, was there?
No. Very easy inside the van.
Yeah. We're going to try and find a home for that inside the van, aren't we now? So it's easier. I think it could go behind the driver's seat. There's a crane over there trying to move roof trusses, and we got 32 mile per hour gusts at the moment. They're having fun today. Got a couple of cars who were car camping last night. It was a bit grim for them this morning, wasn't it? Because it was raining and blustery. So there was no room for us on the air last night, so we just parked up with a load of other people in this adjoining car park. Nobody's bothered us, have they?
No. Seems to be the done thing. If you're under 2 metres, you come in here.
Yeah. Learned a new trick the other day. This stuff, this non-slip mat, we use it to keep the iPad from slipping around. But it dries out and it loses its stick. I just have a bottle of spray water, and if you just give it a little spray and then scrunch it up like that, it revives it and it gets ultra sticky again and won't move. Okay, ready to go?
This was nearly a disaster.
Right.
Oh, ramps.
Oh, that's the first time we've done that,
That was a good spot. We were
well
just about
done,
to drive
Charlie. That would have been a disaster.
Unfortunately, this was an omen of things to come.
I'm just going to have a little play around in here, reversing.
Sounds weird, but practicing makes all the difference when the chips are down.
Because I like to practice. Got absolutely no idea which side they want us on these cones up ahead. Hopefully we'll get a vehicle coming through that will give us a blooming clue.
Really like the countdown on the traffic lights though.
Here they come.
Are they on the right hand side?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Right, I said we'd have a look at the guy on the hill.
What is this? Hubert Latham.
Oh, well, he is the guy that the car park we stayed in is named after.
Hubert Latham was born into a rich family of ship owners in 1883. He became famous for 2 failed attempts to cross the English Channel by monoplane. He got within 500 metres of the shore.
2.1, no problem.
Certainly not the best day to be coming here, but when you're on a trip in the van, you don't get to choose the weather.
It's quite severe parking bays, aren't they?
Yes, sphere angles.
And, you know, if you hit that with your tyre, you're going to know about it.
So it's a blowy walk.
You're going to do it there, aren't we?
Yeah. Our coats on.
Oh my lord, is this a good idea?
Okay, blowy walk.
This is Cap Blanc-Nez, one of the highest points along this coast. From here you have a commanding view across the channel and onto the beaches. No surprise then that the Germans used this location to install 3 heavy guns to take on anyone who might be foolish enough to land here. We don't mind being out in this weather, and that's because we got a nice cosy warm camper van waiting for us just down the track. Sadly, this wind was overpowering the microphone.
85 mile per hour gust today, Charlie.
And it's the 8th of June. What happened to summer?
We can't complain. We've had it really good, haven't we?
Yeah.
Honestly.
Can't complain.
The wind really knocks my little camera around when it's this strong. This bird is puffing itself up and hanging on for grim death onto that post. It's a shame that the weather is so grim, because I wanted to get a view of the White Cliffs of Dover. Little did I know at this stage that we'd be back here sooner than we thought.
So there were 3 gigantic bunkers there, which helped part of Germany's Fortress Europe
Yeah.
during the Second World War. And they covered them over with the slurry when they dug out the tunnel under the channel in
Channel Tunnel.
1993.
Good use for it, wasn't it?
We came back here on a much nicer day after our trip to Norway.
But as I film this, that's not even a twinkle in our imagination.
Not much chance of seeing anything on the English coastline today. All this low cloud.
I remember a time when Carol was too scared to film anything. Wish I'd worn my jumper now.
I've got mine on.
Yeah. You're alright, Jack. There's some people crouched down here, desperate to get out of the wind. They've obviously done a much longer walk than us, and they're busy having their lunch. The wind will have to get much stronger than this to stop these ferries going backwards and forwards to England. Okay, the novelty factor has worn off. Time to get back in the warm.
Right, where next? Supermarket.
Yeah. Then we're going to Dunkirk, see if we can see any remains of those boats on the beach.
Little ships.
Little ships. On the left, did you say?
Right,
Time to get some provisions.
get rid of some rubbish here as well.
We're the bin hunters, aren't we? We've seen quite a few of these little cars. Get everything we needed.
Yes, we have the goodies.
Yep, the goodies. Okay,
We need
let's
some
get out
lunch
here.
now. It's well late. Look.
Yeah, so we're down to Dunkirk
and
Beach now.
Yes. The fast food places are closed here.
Yeah.
Second space. Yes. We'll just park here by the beach. It's a lovely spot. We've got chairs.
You've got no chance of getting me on one of those chairs.
Beautiful.
Let's have lunch, baby. She drew that bread like an experienced swordswoman. Not a lot going on here, which is exactly the way we like it. It looks like nice bread.
Yeah. Big plate.
Yeah, big plate for me, please. This looks the business. Pâté, bread, and potato salad.
Oh, we've got a million kids coming.
After lunch, Carol took a walk along the beach. We were a bit too far away from the ships, so we moved the van further down the coast. These are the remains of HMS Crested Eagle. Eagle was the first oil-burning paddle steamer built for operation on the Thames in 1925. In May 1940, she took part in the evacuation of troops from Dunkirk. With about 600 men on board, she was less than a mile out to sea when she was hit by several bombs and caught on fire. Survivors were picked up by other ships, but about 300 soldiers died in this attack. Tonight, we're back where it all started on the French trip. The same park up we've now used 3 times. Spaghetti carbonara tonight.
Your turn to cook.
Yeah.
That's well done.
So we've got another fly in here now. Massive wash up on site. It's the trouble with spaghetti carbonara, it all happens very quickly. Let's see what it's like. How's your spag, Charlie?
It's delicious. Just what you need for comfort food.
Turned out alright. We're going to leave this one here now. Join us next time for the last episode from this French series.